Believe it or not, I don't think any of you know that I'm actually, get this, an artist. It's not something you guys would have known. But during my time as an artist, I was never actually good at design. Believe me, I never learned color theory, I never learned interior designing, and I'm certainly sure that I'm not good with fashion. My fashion sense is unironically one of those cringy old Minecraft skins we all had back in the day. Oversaturated colors, random clothing combinations, nothing matching the theme, and let's be real, looking way too generic. And this leads to the point of the video. While I was doom scrolling on TikTok, I stumbled upon Queso. This popular streamer who was playing some kind of... Hold on, this is way too heavy. This popular streamer who was playing some kind of fashion game on Roblox, and I couldn't stop watching. One video turned into another, and another, until it hit me. Wait a minute. This looks like fun! And I actually learned something about fashion through this. I want to play that funny dress-up game. And thus, welcome to Roblox Dress to Impress. If you're wondering what Dress to Impress is, well, the game is simple. You dress your best to impress the rest. That was so stupid. You will have a theme to work on, and you have to dress for the part, and people from all over the world will get to judge on how bad you are at designing. My goal is simple. Win first place. Legitimately. Just me and my questionable sense of fashion going head to head with the Roblox finest, which are a bunch of 9-year-olds, and possibly Queso. Will I be able to actually overcome my poor sense of fashion and create something somewhat decent? Or will I flop and not learn anything at all about fashion? And before we jump into the video though, consider subscribing, as it will greatly help the channel and will help me a lot as well. As I jumped into the game, I didn't know what to expect. I had never played Roblox before, and I was just plopped into the game. Alright, let's do this. Wait, what do I do? Wait, am I in a game already? Okay, let me correct that. I was plopped into a middle of a game. So immediately I had to do something because the first thing I see was the time limit. But right on top of that time limit, it did say the theme was light colors. So I guess we can work something with that. And when I first thought of light colors, you'd think something like pastel or vibrant colors. You know, something that will catch your attention. But my smooth brain over here thought that light colors equals
think fast, chuckle nuts!
White. And I ended up looking like the freaking abominable snowman who got lost on his way back home. I was so confident as well. I was like, heck yeah, more clothes equals more points. And the whiter I am, the... Wait a minute, that's kind of racist. And just when I was finally done with a little time to spare, I looked around and noticed one thing. Everyone else had vibrant and colorful outfits, and then the sudden realization hit me. Wait a minute. Light colors doesn't mean white. I immediately went from relaxed to what felt like disarming a bomb. Changing into a different outfit felt so difficult considering that I was still new to the game and wasn't familiar with the controls yet. As the time was up, I ended up looking unprepared. And I even received some lovely messages when I was at the catwalk. I don't want to look at this. This is disgusting. Bro forgot the shirt. I don't have enough time. Leave me alone. As the tally came up, to no surprise, I didn't even reach top 3. But looking at everyone else's outfit versus mine made one thing clear. This was going to be a long, long day. And if this first round was any sign of things to come, it was only going to get more chaotic from here. After the mess that was the first round, I decided that it was time for me to finally have a proper first match. The theme for this round was Pastel Goth. I had a vague idea of what that meant. You know, the dark edges and the soft tones. These seemed more straightforward to me than light colors. And as I was about to get the clothes that I wanted, I immediately hit a roadblock.
This looks cute.
Money? It turns out that some of the clothes in the game are locked behind a paywall. This can be a serious problem. Now I know you might be wondering, Larry, it's not that bad. It's just one dress. I'm sure there are other dresses out there. What are you fussing about? Because it's not just the dress that's behind a paywall, but a significant amount of the clothes is locked within a paywall. That means long-term players have more of an edge as they actually played enough in the game to earn some, if not all of the outfits. And let's not discuss about the people who actually paid for this game, as it now literally feels like a pay-to-win scenario. You have to be like a fashion genius to pull off together whatever scraps you're given. This is unfortunate for someone like me whose fashion sense is about as non-existent as my brain cells when I'm halfway through Pokemon Nuzlocke. Thanks guys! Each round felt like I was slowly losing my chances to get first place, as I was being humbled again and again. The theme was Lost at Sea. I went for a surfer dude look and ended up being in 4th place. The theme was Victoria. This one was brutal because half of the dresses I needed were paywall, so I had to make do with what I had left. I got 6th place because of that. The next theme was blue. Apparently I'm colorblind and I thought I nailed it. But once I finally reached the catwalk, someone told me it's indigo. I got 7th place, by the way. After losing round after round, I finally called it a day. But even as I lay in bed that night staring at the ceiling, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Could I actually beat this challenge? Could I overcome all these setbacks? I guess I'll figure it out the next day. Once the day finally arrived, I got out of bed with little to no sleep and sat down to figure out what was really holding me back in the last game. I brainstormed all of the things that causes the problem, such as the time limit, the paywall, and the VIP access. These were the significant disadvantages I had to deal with to ensure that I could win. Now, even though I don't have the money to buy the clothes or the experience to win a game, I do have something up my sleeve. I know some people who have already played Dress to Impress and won. So I begged them for their strategy. Because when you're penniless and winless like me, you need to be shameless. That's how you get somewhere in life, kids. And when they heard that I was playing Dress to Impress, they wanted to get involved. They figured that if they joined, they said they could vote for me and boost my chances to actually winning. And that didn't feel right. If anything, it actually added another problem to my mind. I forgot that since Dress to Impress was a game where other players vote for your outfits, what were the chances of them actually rigging their votes in their favor? They could be giving me 1-star ratings just to secure an easy win. And what's worse is if they had friends or even multiple friends in one lobby, my chances of winning would drop even lower as they could vote 5 stars on one another while giving those they didn't know only 1 star. It felt scummy, but to be honest, I'm sure that I would probably do the same thing if I were around my friends too. I decided I'd go solo, at least for now. But before I jumped back in, they gave me one solid piece of advice. If you want to win, you need to be relatable or funny with your outfits. I can see why people would vote for that, so I took that advice to heart and dedicated that day to trying out only relatable and funny outfits for the theme. The first theme was Sad Day, which is perfect, or so I thought. I went straight for the classic emo phase. Full black outfit, messy hair, eyeliner, the whole vibe of someone who used to listen to My Chemical Romance or Green Day on repeat, which a lot of people can relate to based on experience. And as I was finally reaching to the catwalk, I realized one tiny problem. Yeah, I'm surrounded by kids. I don't think they even reached that phase yet. Heck, I don't even know if they're ever going to reach that phase. What's the phase lately in this generation? Femboys? Don't quote me on that. And for the first time, I actually felt old. Like, really old. Like, damn, this is depressing. Yeah, I landed 6th place and it stung a bit, but it wasn't all midlife crisis and bad face PTSD. I learned one thing specifically from the 1st place player. They had dressed up as Sadness from Inside Out, and that's when it hit. Maybe it's not about being relatable in terms of phases. It's about cosplaying something people can immediately recognize right off the bat. Something everyone knows. And I think this is it. This is what my friends are talking about. That's when I decided to try out a new strategy. The next theme was Elements, and I knew exactly what to do. I went for the old cartoon classic Avatar Aang, as I figured everyone knows Avatar The Last Airbender. So I threw together my best Aang cosplay and hit the catwalk. And as the suspense grew, I waited for that results. And then, 4th place. It wasn't a win I was hoping for, but it was the closest I've ever gotten. I think I might have cracked the code. This could be it! The first few games of cosplay went pretty well, but as time went on, the results weren't going in my favor. I thought I had it nailed down. I went for cosplay to cosplay, but apparently that was not it. I kept getting losses, which demotivated me even further from playing this game, and eventually, I gave up. I was so mad. Just when I thought I had a winning strategy, it always backfired on me. I started shifting the blame on everything because it was easier to place the blame on others. I blamed the time limit, the unfair voting, and the dresses that I couldn't afford. However, as my frustration built up, I ended up self-reflecting. Maybe I just wasn't good at this. I never thought I'd find myself actually depressed over a Roblox game of all things. It felt stupid, but there I was doubting everything I tried. And instead of trying to improve, I decided on a different route. If people are going to play unfair, then so can I. And that's when I invited my friends. When I got into a call with my friends, we started playing together. And guess what? We were winning. Game after game, we were landing in the top 3. And we even snagged first place a few times. I'm not gonna lie, it was the most fun I've had in this game compared to the frustrating mess of the past few days. And it showed. With all the wins stacking up, I finally managed to earn enough in-game cash to unlock some of the clothes that had been out of reach before. Not only that, but my friends hooked me up with some codes to get me even more outfits. We kept the momentum going, racking up a few more wins until we called it a day. And at last, I'd won. I've done it. Mission accomplished, right? But did I really win? If I'm being honest, winning after that session should have felt amazing. I should have been celebrating the fact that I finally hit my goal, but something about it didn't sit right. It wasn't fair. Sure, I made it to the top, but it wasn't because I got better. It was because of all the problems that got me here in the first place. The voting group, the paywall, all the stuff that I tried to work around, I didn't overcome it. I just joined the same system that frustrated me from the start. That night, I lay in bed and instead of feeling accomplished, I felt empty. There was no fulfillment, there was no sense of fairness, and certainly no feeling of being a true fashionist. I couldn't shake it. So I got up, opened my PC, and booted up Roblox one more time. I didn't consider it a win, and because of that, I didn't feel like I truly fulfilled my mission. I came back, but this time I was determined to do it right. No shortcuts, no friends, no boosting my votes, just me playing the game legitimately and fairly. But let's be real here. I knew that even with the new clothes and the tips I picked up from my friends, I was still going to lose. And badly. It was painfully obvious that I hadn't really learned anything significant. And that's when I decided to do something I hadn't done in a while. Instead of overthinking or strategizing, I trusted my gut. The next theme was date night. And instead of trying to figure out what other people wanted to see, I asked myself a simple question. What would I want to wear? Well, what would female Larry wanted to wear? I'm totally not gonna wear all of these at all. I promise. I trusted my instincts and I found an outfit that I genuinely thought was beautiful. A shoulderless dress paired with a black beret and a flower accessory. It wasn't trying to be relatable, it was just me. At that point, I had already given up on the idea of winning. I just wanted to see where trusting my gut would take me. And then, the unexpected happened. What? Wait, whoa, whoa, what? I won? What? Thank you so much. Oh my god, I finally won first place. Oh my god. I have fashion! I have fashion! Oh my god. I won! I finally won! After all the days I spent struggling through this game, all the judgment, all the trial and error, and I finally did it! No friends to vote for me, no special dresses, just me and my creativity and my gut. I realized that's all I really needed. Determination to keep going, and the confidence to trust myself. And with that, everything came full circle. Dress to Impress was a rough game for someone with no fashion sense and no way to relate to others. But as time went on, I adapted. I grew. The journey was rocky, full of setbacks, but in the end, I got there. Would I want to go through it again? Absolutely fucking not. Never again. But if there's one thing I've learned from this whole experience, it's that pose 28 is such a stupid pose. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. You can tell I put in a lot of hours into this work, and if you enjoyed the video, consider dropping a comment, leaving a like, and hey, subscribing if it's worth your time. I know a bunch of people wanted me to play Pokemon from my last video, so I will be uploading a new Pokemon Nuzlocke in my next one. So stay tuned.